Hey, City Church. Hey, I wanted to take just a minute and give you guys an update on some of the things that we had talked about a month ago. We told you we would come back at the end of June and give you an update on where we were and where we thought we would be heading into the month of July. And I met with the pastors via Zoom of Fort Lauderdale, as well as our elders. And we still have this belief that we need to go slowly as far as reconvening. Recently, our county and respective cities, Fort Lauderdale and Pompano, both have started phase one reopening, and honestly, it doesn't seem to have gone really well in our region. Numbers are still jumping up. I know more in Miami-Dade than in Broward, but still Broward seems to be continuing to increase. So when we decided not to meet for the month of June, and we've looked at it toward the end of June, and it seems that it's still as bad or worse than it was when we first decided. And so, as we said from the beginning, the driver of this decision has really been a love for neighbor and love for each other. And so as we stand now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a thing that we're going to do, at least for the beginning of July. We're going to take this every couple of weeks and look at it to see if we can do this as soon as possible, but as safely as possible. And we've said this from the beginning. Really, the love for neighbor and love for one another is what's driving this. But we also want to give you a good experience when you come to a gathering for the first time after this is over. And so even with all the precautions, as we said last month, there's so many precautions we would have to take, serious precautions right now. But even as we begin to go back in, there's some things that we just won't be normal still. So that's where we are on that. We have noticed a couple of things that I think are really important. We gather via Zoom for a couple of things throughout the week on Tuesday and Friday, and we mention that every week. But one of the things we noticed is that there was a real intrigue and a desire to be together on Wednesday nights for the Gospel-Centered Life Study. We did that for about 9 weeks and was incredibly attended. It was our most attended thing. I tried to do air quotes, but you know what I mean. Most attended thing, between 30 and 40 people every week. And so we see a need there. And so we recognize that it was an important space for Bible study, for conversation, for prayer. And so we want to continue to offer a space like that moving forward. And so on Wednesday night at 8 p.m., we are going to have Wednesday night church. That's what we decided to call it, Wednesday night church. We're going to gather this Wednesday, 8 p.m. via Zoom. We're going to recap this Sunday's text. So Pastor Brad Schmidt's going to recap that text for us. Next week, I'll lead what I'm going to be preaching on this coming Sunday. But we're going to be gathering for that, and then we're going to do some breakout groups for discussion and prayer. And so an opportunity that we can be together. And one of the ways that we're going to try to do this specifically is to make those breakout groups congregation specific. So if you're from Pompano, you really miss being with the folks from Pompano or CityChurch Pompano, we're going to do breakout groups based on congregation and see how that goes. I hope that will work out. So that's what we're planning for now. In the next few weeks, I'm keeping it open that I would like to even have some smaller gatherings here at my house, and even as things are open outdoors at the beach, maybe some bring your own dinner nights where we can be socially distanced, but yet social proximity in a safe way. So let's try to do that. I'm going to work on just a couple times that we can maybe come together for that. I might have to do 2 or 3 of those so that we can have smaller groups distanced out. But we're going to follow all the protocols for our city and for our county. We also, some of you had asked me about last month. We had the announcement that our friend Conrad had passed away. I'm actually sitting on a bench that Conrad had built. So I've been in contact with a venue that told us, a really big venue that told us that we actually could use that space when it was appropriate to be able to get together and have a memorial service and just remember him. We want to do that well as well as find a way to celebrate his life. So that will happen as we are opening up other opportunities together. And so it's still going to be a little bit of time before we can do that. But we want you to know that we haven't forgotten that, and that we want to do that to remember Conrad. I love you guys. Thanks for watching this for 5 minutes. And I really hope to see you really soon. And I'll be praying for you. Reach out to me if you need anything. And hopefully I'll be in contact with all of you soon enough. All right. See ya.